I made this right now. Hi, kings and queens. Eid Mubarak. It's so hot and I'm sitting in my mom's studio and I forgot to get the adapter for my mic because I don't have a C-type because I'm poor and I have like the old iPhone. So if you can't hear me properly, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try and speak the loudest I can. This is a brown butter it's just a brown sugar shaken espresso with this amazing whipped cream cold foam that I've made with vanilla extract and brown sugar. So sorry. And it's amazing because I'm in my mom's studio and she has everything. So my mom's a pastry chef. She totally has everything. The view on the other side of this is better, but unfortunately you can't see me if I'm sitting on the other side. The view is better, but you can't see me. I think this is a good angle for us. Today we'll go through our jewelry and now we're gonna have a sip. Okay, I'll give this like a 7 on 10 because it's not the best I've made, but it is really nice and I'm so happy. Okay, today while having coffee and on Eid, look at the mehendi that I made myself. It's terrible. I have used my hand as a canvas to practice my mehendi skills. Why are there so many gaps? There's so many gaps. I should have just gone with like one big circle and just filled my tips up. At least that would look like something. But apparently I don't want to do that. I want to do X's and O's and galaxies on my hands. I do love these ones though. I love the rounds. And I love this one. I feel like I could like, it's giving those tattoos. But I don't know how to like, I don't know what they're called. Also my lips are so orange because I use like this lip tint my cousin sister got me. And I guess it just doesn't suit my skin. So now let's talk about being unkind to yourself. Recently I had a conversation with a friend's friend. This person is a gym bro and this person was just talking about their eating habits, and in my head I was just like, oh my god, this is an eating disorder. Now I am not any therapist or psychiatrist and I'm not going to talk about any eating disorders. One of my best friends, she has grown up with a eating disorder and we've grown up very close. I've seen what it does and I don't expect anyone to understand how it can affect someone, because it's if you haven't been through it, which is like, thank god you haven't been through it, but if you haven't been through it, then you will never know how it feels. And this is something that I've realized being parallel to someone who's been through it. And I think that in that conversation I remember like this person saying that his friend joked about how he's being unkind to himself, and I was thinking about how we treat ourselves. Now I guess I'm just giving you guys some gossip. A friend of mine is going through like a friendship breakup. She's the kind of person who gets close to people really quickly and expects a lot from them. And this has happened like a few times repetitively. She's been a very good friend of mine for a very long time. And she's a very caring person. She's really nice and she's really giving and she gives a lot. And in the start, I also wonder why she keeps having these friendship breakups. And one thing, maybe it's like, I'm not gonna really delve into what kind of person she is. I'm just gonna delve into this situation, being around her as much. What has taught me is that when you're unkind to yourself, you assume people are not kind to you too. When you, and this is not like that kind of projection which I was talking about before, about how like when you're not nice to others or you don't like things about others, it's because you don't like yourself. Sometimes you can be the most giving person and sometimes you do things for others so that others do things for you, because you need like this sort of proof that you're loved. And I remember reading this quote about like existence, about how like you can walk into a room and if no one notices you there, you feel like invisible, and how your existence is how you feel like you're real when someone points at you or someone recognizes you. I'm not saying it well, I really am not. But what I'm trying to say is I've always struggled with existentialism. I write poetry on existentialism. I've never write it on romance or friendship or love. I genuinely just write it on my idea of like me existing, because this has been like a surreal experience to be alive, and it makes me like go crazy. So yeah, coming back to that, I feel like a lot of us need to be validated to believe a certain thing. We need to be loved to believe that we're lovable. We need someone to do some big gestures for us to believe that we're worthy of those big gestures. But in reality, that should never be the case. Ooh, I'm liking this, like the whipped cream has like seeped into my coffee and now it's tasting good. Also, I wanted to get off sugar because apparently I'm having insulin resistance, which is like I'm getting little bumps because of that. And I don't have diabetes, but you get insulin resistance if you have like too much sugar, and that is the amount of sugar I'm having. Like I don't even have diabetes, but that's the amount of sugar I'm having that I'm getting insulin resistance. So I have to like cut off sugar and I have to go to the doctor and show it to him, blah blah. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. But this technically is brown sugar, which is worse. So yes, it is worse. Do your research. How is brown sugar made? Molasses and normal sugar. Molasses with sugar. So do your fucking research, I guess. But what was I talking about? Being unkind to yourself. I have been someone who was very unkind to myself growing up as a child. I used to do self-harm, trigger warning. I think I'll put a trigger warning before, and I did it. I think last when I was 17 and I'm 23, so I practically made a promise with myself and God that I'll never do it again. But also, I think the world is such a beautiful place, filled with opportunities and filled with love and filled with new people that you meet and new experiences that you have. The moment you start loving yourself. And it's crazy that this happens. It's crazy that this happens when you start accepting yourself, accepting your body, stop hating on it. I used to hate when I was around women who was constantly look at themselves and be like, oh, this, that, and it's like, babe, who gives a fuck? Like, the world is so huge, and you're nitpicking one part of yourself, like this small part of yourself. And I think it's gotten worse because social media does it too. Like, someone will post something and someone will comment something super random that had nothing to do with the video, and now there's this new insecurity that's built in me also, because I'm like, oh, I didn't know people look at that. But again, the person commenting probably thinks of themselves like that, or has had an issue with themselves, and they're projecting. And that is what I keep telling myself and others too, that because of how we view ourselves, we start viewing others this way too, and then we create this loop of just creating more and more issues with ourselves. And who capitalizes on this? The big companies. Capitalism, skincare companies, they capitalize of all this because we find a new thing to worry about, and they find a new way to fix it, which isn't really fixing it and taking your money. I stopped giving a fuck the moment I realized how much of my money will go to capitalism. I barely have skincare products, by the way. I barely use skincare products. I went to my dermat, he said stop using whatever you see online. He gave me 2 products. I haven't been to him, I think, in 2 years. Oh my god, 2024 was when I went last. In 2 years now. My skin is fine. He said, have patience, fix your skin. Don't use more products, just moisturizer, sunscreen. I use 2 skincare products, moisturizer and sunscreen. I invested in a person who helped me, and then I don't have to invest in any more beauty products, like skin products. Yes, do I use beauty products? Yes, I do. But that was also like really less, and like the really cheap ones, because I don't care. So is my eyeshadow like really nice? I've used like 3 different eyeshadows, and they're all my mom's. My mom got this as like a PR thing, and I used it. she's a pastry chef. She doesn't need makeup. Why is she getting PR makeup? I am so enjoying this coffee right now. I'm having so much fun talking to you guys, enjoying this coffee. This video is gonna go for 10 minutes because I'm talking, so I'm gonna keep talking. Being unkind to yourself stopped for me when I realized that there was no point in harming myself physically and mentally, because no one gives a fuck. And if you don't like yourself, it doesn't matter if 10,000 people like you, because you will still not like yourself. And the moment you start liking yourself is the moment things will get better. I think I had a lot of character development in college when I did go through a lot of these emotions. They were quite subdued. I'm not a very I don't show it too much, but I was going through a lot in college. And I think that having amazing friends that are honest with you helps you a lot with being reassured in yourself, with being secure, with being I don't know, just becoming a better person. And I think that again, you can find amazing people when you're also an amazing person. It's so easy to love when you love yourself. Oh my god, my grandmother is calling me. So I'm gonna end this conversation by telling you that you have to learn to be kind to yourself, and you have to stop talking badly to yourself. You have to look in the mirror. If you don't like yourself, stop looking in the mirror. Just stop for a bit. Stop buying products that aren't for you, or they're marketed for you. Stop overconsumption. That's not gonna fix anything. Be nice to yourself. Experiences over retail. Do things. Get out there. You know what I mean? Create new hobbies. Start to do new things. Put all that anger and hate of yourself into something beautiful. Make something. I don't know. Do something. Make something. Become someone. Bye. This coffee is amazing. Bye.